Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, and Hedy Lamarr are some of history's most influential scientists and inventors. But did you know that they were also artists? Today I'd like to talk about art and why it's relevant in the high schools of America. I'm a firm believer that there is a direct correlation between academic capability and creativity. And that's why I think that fine arts programs deserve more funding across America. I'd like to begin my discussion by talking about the program cuts themselves. Over the years, there's been a vast decrease in the amount of funds available for fine art programs in American high schools. This is simply not okay. Most families cannot afford musical instruments or art supplies without the help of the fine arts programs themselves. And the fine arts programs can't really do anything when they don't have the money from the school board. This has hindered creativity on a maximum level as most of these students don't have a creative outlet to express their thoughts. After all, these kids will be running the future one day. In a study done by the official blog of the U.S. Department of Education, the percent of elementary schools offering art programs such as theater and dance has declined from 20% 10 years ago to 4 to 3% today. I also know the troubles of these budget cuts because I'm the son of a band director who's constantly trying to get around these tough and rigorous cuts. I'd also like to touch on the cultural aspect of fine arts. Societies are defined by artists. I mean, take a look at the Roman Empire. When you see a sculpture such as Michelangelo's David, do you not automatically tie that into that culture? Also, look at the cities of America. Many of the buildings that we see are directly correlated with the artists that made them, or the architects. Also, countries' IQs are correlated with fine arts programs. In a study done by the DoSomething.org blog, art and music education programs are mandatory in countries that rank consistently among the highest for math and science. That's no coincidence. This brings me to my last point, the academic benefit of fine arts. It is known that students who have engaged in classes such as band and art have a better critical thinking standpoint than those who have not. This is because they can take down complex problems and dissect them for what they're worth, rather than just writing a mindless answer. The first Nobel Peace Prize winner for chemistry, J.H. von Hoff, actually proposed the idea that imagination is directly correlated with creative activities outside of science. Basically, this shows that imagination is key to new ideas, which often happen from fine arts programs. Also, fine arts programs allow better comprehension of complex problems. For example, a student who knows how to read bass and treble clef on a piano definitely has a better understanding of things working in a unit. In math and science, this may translate to equations and solutions, but it's really the same thing but on a different scale. And lastly, fine arts programs allow a break from the social norm of math and science classes, as well as history. But fine arts programs also provide exercise and allow students to get a little break from that average school day. In conclusion, I believe fine arts programs deserve raised budgets because of the program cuts they receive and how those affect families and schools. I also believe they deserve it because of the cultural value of fine arts and how they have impacted society in the past, as well as the academic benefit they share on the children who engage in their activities. Finally, I'll leave you with this. New ideas come from creativity, and creativity encompasses art. I believe we should provide these students with the artistic tools they need to make a better future.